Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 43. We ever going to drop the numbers thing?
No.
No, you guys like it too much?
I get prouder and prouder.
I get worried because then people are just going to think like, oh, I got to go back and watch all the other 43 episodes, you know?
Yeah, they do.
No. That's my biggest fear.
They do.
You got to get that character progression, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a big Sims arc where he went through a drug addiction.
That was last week.
Yeah, well, you were kidnapped in a basement.
Oh, yeah, I was kidnapped, and I came back here, and I live in Puerto Rico. It's crazy. Anyways, we are a weekly video game podcast where the three of us come together to give our opinions on all the biggest games. We discuss all the latest video game news, and to wrap it up, we like to close out the show with a fun game. If you enjoy that, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, I need a nickname. The Gruko, is that his name? Daniel?
Grogu,
that was it. And the Ahsoka Tano loving Sims.
Oh, why can't I be Ahsoka Tano loving?
He's the Ahsoka fan.
I don't know what Ahsoka Tano is.
Exactly.
No, what was the name, Daniel?
Grogu.
Grogu. Fuck. What did I say? Grugo?
You were close. Yeah,
I keep thinking Goku.
Goku.
If you watch The Mandalorian, you know what we're talking about.
Oh, I'm going to watch that. That's on. We are one episode away from finishing Chernobyl. And then we're going to watch...
Sweet.
Mandalorian.
Keep me updated on that.
It's really good. Like I don't know. I started watching that guy, that Simon Wilson guy. He went to Chernobyl. So obviously it was really interesting. And that's why I wanted to watch the program. So we're like, there's only 5 episodes. So we're just about to finish that. And then Mandalorian. Because like FortNite's got me interested in Mandalorian a bit more.
Of course, it's FortNite.
No, but I was going to watch it anyway. Okay. But it's just, I mean, we need something to watch while we're wrapping presents. And there's a lot of presents to wrap.
How many presents
of course.
We've got 2 kids, man. Do you know what I mean?
How many presents are they getting?
A lot. 30.
A lot of presents. Yeah, I do not know how many presents kids get. Oh, it's a lot.
I only got like 1, and it was a rock. Anyways, let's talk about video games, guys.
In his basement.
Who do we want to start? Daniel, you've had a big week here. You have gotten an Xbox Series X.
I have.
You have done an unboxing video, which you can go watch over at youtube.com/nerdicgods right now.
Get in with the plug. I'm proud of you, Connor. I'm so proud.
The Rock is in it.
The Rock's in there.
Yeah, he's there.
It took a lot of money. It was our entire budget for the year.
Entire year.
For next year, actually. We have no
Why
money.
do you look like shit?
Yeah.
Anyways, Daniel, tell me about the Xbox Series X. Tell me everything. I just want you to go off right now.
Well, there's really not much to go off because I haven't played like something new yet. Really, it'll be next week when I can play Cyberpunk. But
what was the experience, Daniel?
The boot up, I want to say, because I didn't get to like turn it on in there. The boot up noise, Sims heard it. It's awesome.
Nice one.
It is so cool.
Can you do it right now?
Or is that he doesn't get that fresh upload.
You might see it. Man, I like how it perfectly fit in your little setup right there.
It does, yeah. Let me try to completely turn it off. I don't know if this might...
It almost looks like a pillar keeping that thing up.
There is a gap, though, isn't there? We had this good discussion the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, it's not directly. There is a few inches.
I was like looking at it, I was dead stressing out about it.
Oh, man, it didn't do it.
No, it won't because you didn't get it. You have to hold the button.
Okay, so you haven't played any new games yet, but have you gone back and tried older games?
Yeah, so I downloaded... Okay, so I'll talk about that.
Sure.
So I played Call of Duty. Call of Duty, honestly, they always do a good job with the frame rate normally. So it does feel different a little bit in terms of the frames, but...
So with COD, did you play through the single player and then you got your Series X?
Yeah, I had already beaten the story.
So you don't notice too big a difference here?
I haven't played the story yet, but just multiplayer stuff.
Okay. Can't hear it.
No, I heard a tiny bit.
It wasn't loud enough.
Start up, dog.
It is cool. But I did play. I re-downloaded Yakuza 7, and that game has a lot of loading in it. And man, the load times are much better. This game, I don't know how optimized it is. It says optimized for Series X, but I feel like they could do a little more. But like you could fast travel in the game using the taxi. It's just like pretty much all the Yakuza games. But using a taxi takes seconds. Going from like city, because in 7 there's like 3 cities you can go to. So just going to any of the cities, it's just boom, 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 boom,
right away.
Yeah, right away. Every fight you go into, it'll have like a cool little intro, kind of Pokemon-esque, where like it has an intro and then you go into the fight. It just goes real quick, boom, 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 and then your like XP screen will pop up and you can just go right through it really quickly. It was pretty satisfying, and I tried. Yes, Sims.
Let's go back. Like, so obviously we had the unboxing. You opened it fresh, unlike somebody, and why is there no expression on his face?
Because he doesn't understand comedy. He doesn't understand comedy.
So you unplug your Xbox S. You put this in. Yep. Like, talk me through the differences. How different does it feel? Because we've had this discussion.
Honestly, it feels much more different than I think people give credit for.
Yeah, of course.
Everything feels snappy.
Yeah.
Everything I'm doing. Every time I go into my game section, every app I pull up, everything going into the store, everything. It may be similar in terms of the look, but the feel of it is it's much better.
I mean, all the Xbox has got the same update. But obviously the hardware behind the new dashboard makes obviously that much faster. But I can honestly say that I've never known the dashboard, the UI is the best it's ever been. Like, even on my old OG Xbox, like launching FortNite a minute ago, it looked nicer, it felt faster, it felt more fluid. For the first time since the Xbox 360 slides, I felt really like I was I really enjoyed the experience. I mean, I only put it on to maybe watch Twitch or maybe check Game Pass or some other things. But I can say that they've nailed this UI completely. I think they should stay with this for a very long time.
I think it's really good. Yeah, especially this newest iteration of it.
So you've started, or you feel it feels snappy. Like, how fast did it take from Yakuza or Call of Duty to get from Dead to?
I'll go to my games real quick.
Do it, Daniel. Show the people.
Yakuza 7. Watch. Boop, pulling it up. What I will say is, I've tried Quick Resume, and
that's what I want to ask about.
Some games don't support, like Call of Duty right now doesn't support it. So even going through Call of Duty, it will just restart you at the start screen. Even if you're just sitting, like I even just had it sitting at the multiplayer screen, and even the multiplayer screen, it kept coming back to the main menu. But Quick Resume is really nice.
Right now,
I can. So watch. I'm gonna wait for this to pull up. It'll start really quickly. Watch. In the game.
Shit. And how much faster is that from the normal one?
That would have been about a minute load time.
Right.
Now I'm going to go to Ori. So yeah. Do you have any other questions about it? It's really.
What are the differences with the controller?
Oh, the share button
between that and the Xbox One one.
Yeah, it's more grippy. The grip goes to the far end now. It used to just kind of be in the back.
Mm-hmm.
If you can kind of see this little quadrant here, there's grip here now.
A little bit wider then.
The controller? No, it's actually smaller.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's actually slightly smaller.
Oh, because that goes in more.
Yeah, it's just a little smaller. Even the triggers have a little groove, and same with the bump.
Tell him about the indent, Connor. Tell him about the indent, Daniel. Tell him about the indent.
What indent?
What exactly? On where the
here? Yeah,
it's the most impressive bit.
There was usually a little indent there. All right, so I got Ori.
Yeah, it kind of went in. It drove me nuts. I don't know why, but it was like, why?
So start the game. Here's my save. This also would have been a really long load. I'm already playing Ori.
Go to Yakuza. Yeah, go to Yakuza.
Go to Yakuza. Quick Resume. You can see it says Quick Resume at the top every time a game supports it.
Doesn't make a noise.
You have to do that every time, but
what was that? Just press A.
Yeah, Yakuza does that every time.
And does it look better?
100%. It just feels better. It's smoother. There's no choppiness. I can't believe this game. If I would have played this game on Series X, I would have liked it even more just because of how fast everything is.
Okay, so for Steve, for me, do me a favor. Go to Ori. Sorry, everybody who's watching this.
Quick Resume.
Great. It's all they want to see. Come on.
Right. So I need you to like
Go to
no, stop. Go to the map. Now go back out.
go back out.
Now jump. Just jump. Is that slowing down? Like normally,
Why? Is that one of the problems you have with
normally
Odyssey?
you'd come out the
Oryx,
map,
the
and
map
then the
was really
whole
cool.
game would just slow down.
No chugging.
Interesting.
No chugging. I'll even just real quick, one more thing.
Fast travel. Oh, fast travel for me,
Yeah.
Daniel. Fast travel for me.
Is this a fast
Do
travel?
it, Daniel.
Daniel, do it, man.
Oops.
Talking dirty as
Yeah,
Sims right now.
baby.
There's a warp point.
Fast.
Take me to where I want to be, man.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Watch. So you have to see that every time.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Part of the magic.
Part of the game. Come on now.
Yeah, baby. Oh yeah, you like that,
And I'm
don't you?
playing. And I'm playing, yeah. Yeah. So the console's great. I really like it. Future, man. I can't wait to play Cyberpunk.
What other games have you played on it?
It's really just I downloaded a couple games just to kind of try that. Dragon Quest comes out in Game Pass today. I'm going to try that.
Which one? The elusive thing.
Elusive Age.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know
11. It's the 11th one.
that. That sent Natalie to sleep. True story.
Wow.
Every
that's
time she
funny.
played it, like she was well
But-
excited to play it as well.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if
So
you have
any other?
questions.
No, I was gonna say any other features you want to talk about? Anything else you want to highlight?
No, I really like the store. I know I mentioned the store before when they did the update before, but the store's really nice.
When did they do this update again? Was that like ish?
About a week
Yeah, because they
before?
did it on the one.
Okay.
But the store's really nice.
I actually like that they both got the same
Yeah,
update.
yeah.
You know, they're both getting a new.
I think
UI
people
or
complain
whatever.
about that too much. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It is nice. Like
Like,
my Xbox
If,
One.
if this update just came out, it's still a new UI. Sorry to interrupt you, but you know, it's like people complaining that there's not a new UI. There is. It just came out like a month before the console came out.
My Xbox One downstairs doesn't feel old. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that, especially the one in the bedroom, that is the day one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
One more thing, I guess, is the. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
we're nice to each other.
the-
Interrupting Sims.
Sorry,
It's fine. I talk shit. don't I?
it's the sound. Nothing. I can hear my 1S very low. Like obviously my PlayStation 4 even more. Not as loud as everybody else's, but this thing is not. Like I had it running for a couple hours, just whatever. I even have my ear next to it. I can't even hear the fan moving at all. Like that's impressive.
Okay, so you've been playing a bunch of games too?
I have. I've actually played a lot of games. So
Where did you start?
I've beaten 2 games.
Okay.
I'll start in order. So I played and beaten Miles Morales on PS4 because I don't have a PS5.
All right.
Yeah. So
How'd you like it?
I pretty much agree with everything you had to say, to be honest. Not as big of an improvement as I wanted it to be. Honestly, I'm going to say so much positive about the game. I honestly didn't need this game at all. I would have rather have them waited and saved all of this for the second game, to be honest. Like, that's ultimately where I am with this game. But take away the negative, the game's awesome. The combat feels great. He definitely feels different than Peter just because he has a couple more abilities that Peter doesn't have. But Peter has all these gadgets that he doesn't have. So
Yeah, we'll be very careful with spoilers still because
Sure.
Sim still hasn't played this. But
Yeah, of course.
I'm not even listening, and I'm not being rude. I'm just keeping an eye on his PlayStation store.
That's all right.
no, it's okay. But I really like it. The story I think is good. I don't know if it's as good as the Spider-Man 2018. Personally.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more I think about it, I think I liked it more than the 2018.
I like how nice and concise it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that there was a little more to it, personally.
Sure,
Is
it could've been a
there's
little
just
more
no
like that.
filler then. It's just literally point to point to point. To
Honestly,
point to
there
point.
is a little filler, just because of how the game is set
Yeah,
up.
it's a
but-
straight movie plot. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you just go in like straight mission to mission to mission, like I'd say there's a little filler, but not much. It is pretty concise, but I did a few of the side stuff, but I didn't. This game, another negative thing. I don't want to be too negative, but another negative thing I think is the price. I think even $50 is too much for the game,
Really?
and that's what I paid for it. I don't think this game's worth $50.
I paid
Why? Just
70
because they
quid.
changed the map?
Not even just the map. I don't know. The game it wasn't as much of an improvement as I wanted it to be.
Sure.
There's less in this game. Like there's less things to do, stuff like that. Less costumes, you know.
Yeah,
costumes are great, but there's just less of them. But it is a side game, so it's not like a full sequel. So I understand that. But besides all the negative stuff, I really enjoyed it. Miles as a character's great.
Yeah, I love the side characters in this one.
I find it interesting that he was nominated for the voice acting, which I don't think he did bad. I just don't know if he was that good. I liked Miles. I think I liked him more as a protagonist than some other main characters in games, but I don't know. He didn't impress me too much. I just like Miles in general.
We'll get more negative on this review then, but I found myself missing Peter some of the time. Yeah, there's these side missions where Peter's in it. It's like the hologram ones. I'm not really spoiling anything, but there's side missions, and every time those would pop up, I would really miss Peter. I'd be like, I really miss Peter's sense of humor and like all his wacky jokes happening during combat and stuff.
Like getting them two together.
More of like a childlike sense of humor, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, he's much younger.
He has like a sense of like wonder to him. Peter didn't have, you know.
Definitely. I mean, Peter's older, and not that much too. But I definitely want to see them interact much more. Like I can't wait. Like seeing where they, no spoilers, see where they end with this game. Like I want to see them.
He said no spoilers.
No, he's just messing with headphones.
Oh, okay. Just taking them off.
I want to see their dynamic more. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
I can't wait for that. That's definitely
I would love to get like a whole game revolving around, maybe not revolving around, but you know, having a lot of that like mentor relationship with because we get a lot of that in both the games now, especially in the there's a lot of that in the Spider-Man DLC.
Yeah, I didn't play that. Just the first game has a lot of mentor stuff in it.
Yeah.
Just somebody else. Don't want to spoil that, but yeah, I really like the game. I really like it. The vibe's good. Had to put on Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack, of course.
Did you do everything?
No, definitely not. It just felt so much of the same. I didn't really even care.
Though the one thing I would definitely recommend is the hologram ones with Peter I was talking about. I'd get to the end.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Do that.
Just okay.
I'm sorry.
Should I go
I'm
back
so
and
sorry. I just feel like I'm making this conversation weak.
No, should I? No. I wouldn't want to spoil anything, anyways. But should I go back and do that? Is it worth that?
Yeah, I would finish all of them. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that then. I'll trust you. I'll do that.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to say on the game?
Not really. Nothing that you really didn't say last week.
Are you glad you did it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, other than the prize, like, it's just more Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. It feels good to play, you know, and it has a good story, good soundtrack. Like the game's just really good. I just think it is a little overpriced, personally. It's good. I scored a little higher than you. I would have given Spider-Man 1, I would say like a 9.5. Not perfect game, but almost there. This one I'd say is like a 9. I know you gave it an 8.5. I think it's a little bit better than.
I gave it a 9.
I think you said 8.5, but
yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I would give it a 9. I think it's really good.
All right, cool.
So the other game I've been playing.
Talking about that more when Sims plays it.
Yeah, which.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe Christmas time.
23 days. 23.
Yeah, maybe Christmas time.
Talking
about it.
Okay.
So I also played and beat the new Call of Duty story.
All right.
Yeah, so that game is also really short, much shorter than I wanted it to be.
Really? How short?
Yeah, it was like 4 to 5 hours.
Really?
I beat it really quickly. Yeah.
How long was Modern Warfare?
8 hours. About 8 hours.
Yeah, it was a little longer.
I did it in 2 sittings.
Yeah, me too. I did the other one in 2 sittings. It's good though. Like it has a good vibe. There are 2 missions, and I don't want to spoil too much. There are 2 missions that I really liked. One of them, you play as like a Russian KGB agent in a like a building, like a KGB office or something, and it wasn't about combat. It was just like a first-person kind of stealth-ish mission.
I
It's
thought
pretty
you
cool.
were just gonna say straight walking simulator.
Well, kind of that. Yeah,
Is there a lot of that?
yeah. I'll spoil a little, I guess. He's a Russian informant, and he's not one of the main characters you play, but he's trying to get them into this place.
Is this
so
like the Americans?
Yeah, you're trying to get the Americans into the KGB office.
That's
So, you're a Russian guy though, so you're trying to like sneak and lie, and it was an interesting mission for Call of Duty.
So do you get like dialogue choices? Like what's going on here?
Well, you have to talk to some people, and then like also you have to knock people out like stealthily, stuff like that.
And there's a lot of this.
It was just one mission.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you have an objective, and the cool thing about this too, I didn't try any other, like go back and try it, but there are multiple ways to do it. I think.
Okay.
I did it like as stealthily as I could. I think I got an achievement for that. And then the other mission is there was like this acid trip mission where, you kind of like it gets spoilery, but you see things and you're basically replaying somebody's memory, and it just gets wild.
I love me a good drug trip mission, you know.
Yeah, honestly, I think with those two missions, Connor, I think you would like this campaign.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I want to play it.
Yeah, I think it's worth the play. It's good. It's a good campaign. I liked Modern Warfare's better.
I honestly like that it's that short. You know, I like
Sure.
getting it out of those. Sometimes I honestly thought the Modern Warfare. I'm not even sure I beat the Modern Warfare one because I thought it was too long. They're not too long.
I really like
on it.
I was
Sure.
gutted when it finished, the Modern Warfare one. I was like, I feel like it was just getting really good, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. See, that also was kind of a setup game, but it still had a lot of game to it. This one feels like a setup game that has less. Now, I don't want to be too that reductive about it, but
Just kind of feels like it came together quickly.
yeah, it feels like it came real together quickly, and then whatever this Black Ops Cold War 2 is going to be is going to deal with the ramifications of this game.
That was way too long of a name. I hope they don't call it that.
I already hate that it's called this Cold War. Yeah, I like it. It not as much as Modern Warfare last year. I'll say that.
Cool. You
What's
want to get into the multiplayer a little bit?
What's up, Sims?
Oh, same Connor. Same question as
Same
Connor.
question.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
What's the multiplayer like? What's it like?
So I'll start with zombies because I played like a couple rounds. Zombies are fun. I don't have anybody. I'm just playing by myself. I didn't like play online with anybody. But it was fun. It's just zombies. They always expand the universe and stuff in that game and the story.
I love all the wacky lore behind zombies.
Yeah, I mean this. I guarantee you expands it even more. You know.
Yeah.
Because like the first time I booted it up, there was like these two NPCs talking the whole time
Okay.
as I was doing.
I used to follow it, and then it just got too crazy. Like as the games
I
just
followed it World at War, the very first
I went
4 maps.
Yeah, there's the whole bunch of lore behind those maps, and then all the way into Black Ops 2. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
I only really remember up to Black Ops 1 for the most part. But
It got crazy, like Nazis
yeah.
doing experiments on the moon or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
The multiplayer is fun. I kind of like it more in terms of base multiplayer. Like I love Warzone, but I like it in terms of base multiplayer more than Modern Warfare, just because I'm not a big fan of the super run that they have in that game, where you like clicking the stick as you're running and you kind of like do that quick super run, and then for a short second. I thought that kind of like broke a lot of moving around the map, made it even
Find yourself
quicker. And
more of a Treyarch Call of Duty fan.
No, because I'm much more of a Modern Warfare fan. But I think that this game feels more like a normal Modern Warfare game than I think Modern Warfare did. If that makes any sense, yeah. This goes back to the other older Modern Warfares when that one is trying to feel newer and different. That if you understand that.
Sure.
But it's fun. I don't think that there's a ton of maps. I think there's only like 10 or 8 or something. So
I swear, they just get less and less every year.
Modern Warfare had a decent amount, I guess, but they definitely added some quickly to Modern Warfare, so hopefully they do it with this, like bring in other Black Ops maps or World at War maps or something like that. Yeah, I like the game overall. I'll keep playing. I always pop into Call of Duty just for a couple matches or something. Got to keep my skill up. You know.
You want to put a score on it?
Sure. I'll say this is like a 8.5 as a package.
Throwing out the mate.
Little worse than Modern Warfare.
That'll bump that Metacritic score up a little bit, you know.
Yeah. What is it at Metacritic?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
You get a lot of bang for your buck, don't you? You get 3 different games.
Yes. That's what I will say too. Is like Call of Duty. People can hate on it all they want. That game has like 3 games in it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's just so much you get for $60. You know.
I can't believe we're not at a point where they're selling them all separately. Maybe not zombies and multiplayer, but like maybe you just package that. But like I always thought at some point they just do the single player for $20 and then.
Well, especially the zombies. I feel like the zombies could have at some point split off and just be zombies. Whatever.
There is that one side release where it was just like all the zombies games put together. I
didn't know they even did that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if you like got the single players with all of them in, but there was like a giant pack with all the zombies games at one point. Yeah, it might have been a couple of years ago at this point.
It did make sense if they split it, but you know, it's such a good deal for them not to. You know.
Okay, cool. That all you've been playing then?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Waiting for Cyberpunk.
Waiting for Cyberpunk, man. Next week.
7 days to go.
Here we go.
Sims, tell me about reconnecting America. If that's what you're doing, I have no idea.
Slowly, mate. I'm not. Honestly, I probably pop on once for about an hour and I just drop a parcel off.
Could be a nice like before bed game, you know.
It's literally like I'm so I don't know. Like I've got a new job. By
the way, people, sorry.
I've got a new job, so it's like I kind of just get my head around it all. Like coming home tireder than I have been because I'm actually working now. Put it on for a couple of hours. I do a couple of. I'm on like chapter 3, and it's buggy. I turned to Natalie the weekend. I was like, I don't think I can be bothered because I feel like I'm not making any progress. She's like, chapter 3 is like probably the longest chapter, and I was like, oh. So I kept with it, and I've just got to chapter 4, and it's just got a little bit spicy. But I'm in the same area doing the same stuff. I keep like doing the same mistakes, so it's like I keep going in this canyon. Like I try and jump this jump, doesn't happen. Fall into a canyon. These mule people want to take all my shit, which I don't appreciate.
Those damn yellow guys.
Avoid them.
And but I've got this like handy little ladder that I've put down. Like that always gets me out of trouble. And I made this so there was like it's like South Lake Port. I'm in like near the distribution center. If anyone's played it, you probably know what I'm on about. And I built this road. I was like, I want to make this road. I want to do this road. And I did it. You know, it cost me a lot of ceramics, a lot of metals, a lot of resins. And I was like, right, I made that. And then the next day I made it. And then like the day after I went back to look at it. See if anybody left me some likes. And it said some other guy had made it. And I was like, nah, man.
Bastard.
He
put that down.
Why?
I always thought it would have been cool in that game to like build up a town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like actually like rebuild America, you know? Like maybe have some of that in there.
It's weird how it works because a lot of people must still be playing it because obviously there's a lot of likes. Like I don't get how that road's not been built yet. Like some of it's been built, then it stops, and then I built my bit. But surely enough people have played the game for the whole road to be built now. I'm guessing it's server based, but
oh no, everything deteriorates after.
I get that. But why is it's not there. Like, I don't know.
Timefall.
Fuck Timefall.
It's that rain, you know?
Fuck the BTs. All I want to do is deliver packages in peace. I couldn't give a shit about them BTs. I've got an easy setting, so I just throw a grenade at them. Fuck off.
Yeah, that just got too much for me after a while with all the BTs over.
I get what you're saying. I do understand where you're coming from. I don't know. I'm not really interested in playing much. Like, hi, I'm Steve from a gaming podcast. PS5's around the corner. I've got a massive like backlog backing up. Like, what do I start first? Do I start Spider-Man because of my Spider-Man fun, or do I start Cyberpunk because it's going to take me forever?
Yeah, PS5, you start Spider-Man. That's what you do.
But then the Cyberpunk, that I need to start.
Are you
Yeah, but
waiting for your
Spider-Man
PS5 with that?
Yeah,
Well, you could get
because
through
it's Christmas,
Spider-Man
isn't it?
and
Like,
go on-
there's for Christmas food. I'm a family man, like you two, like single Pringles, like living the bachelor life, putting it out here and there.
Out the day, yeah, that's right.
Single
I
Pringles,
want to be, but no, yeah, I've got food to buy for Christmas. I can't. We can buy the game, but I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say. It's not money that we can give out straight away. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's the mother-in-law might get at me, or you know what I mean? I don't know. So it's just, but then it's like you put the PS4 on, it's there clicking, and it's like you're just a piece of shit, aren't you? It's like I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean?
7-year-old sister.
You're a hardworking father who does not have time for these childish games.
No. So I'm literally just waiting. I'm enjoying it.
You'll be there.
I looked at Games Pass. Nothing really tickled me fancy. I'm more into for this time of year. I like to put telly on. Watch a bit of Mando, bit of Chernobyl. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
sorry guys.
How did you know his nickname was Mando already?
Because that's
I just thought that was a cool. I just thought that was my cool nickname for him.
Mando. No,
I am tempted to jump into Fortnite.
I call him that in the show.
Weird.
I'm tempted to look at Fortnite. Oh, tell a lie. I played the Fortnite event.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, did you like that?
You beat Galactus?
Oh, I smashed them up. Well, the funny story. So obviously, everyone knows I got kids. So obviously, my 8-year-old's obsessed with Fortnite. She's like, "Dad, the event's happening on Tuesday. I can't wait." I was like, "No worries." So I was like, I think it was like 12 ET or something daft time. So obviously, I convert that, and it's like 9 PM, and I'm like, that is past her bedtime. So I was like, "Hope, you can't stay up." She was like, "No!" Drops to the floor, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" It's not fair. It's like, no, it's not fair that I have to listen to this. So,
oh my god, that's so harsh.
Did you really not let her?
No, I did. Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I got other parents texting me. He's like, "Oh, are you letting your kids stay up?" I'm like, yeah, it's bullshit. Like Epic Games, Fortnite people are like, "I've defended you to the ends of the earth against this prick here." All right.
I don't know who you're pointing.
You. All right. And you do me dirty like this, man. No, but no, yeah, 9 o'clock's way too. They should. I know it's like trying to around the world, and they're going to shut the game down at one particular time. But no, yeah.
Over here.
Going back to the game, yeah, it was alright. I think I expected a bit more, but it was nice for the game. The game just flips it. It's not. So basically, you jump into the event at a certain time. All of a sudden, like Galactus comes from comes from the sea or whatever, and then
Come from space.
he was kind of in the distance. It was dead weird. And then he swipes the helicraft you're on. What's the name? The Chimera. I knew that.
Are you talking about a helicarrier?
Yeah.
You want a helicarrier? Okay.
So you will start the helicopter. Anyway, he destroys that, and then all of a sudden, you're flying through the air. It kind of goes into a single-player thing. I think it kind of takes you out of the server and puts you in your own single-player game to make it look like you're playing with everybody else. Iron Man comes out. He's like, "Hey, kid, you look like you need a jetpack." So he gives us a jetpack. He puts us in this bus. He says, "Look, I've cloned all the battle buses. I put all bombs in them, and we're gonna fight Galactus together." And it turns into like a Star Fox mini game. Do you know what I mean? Like you go around, you trying to get to Galactus, and then all of a sudden you go into his arm, and it's like the last scene of Star Wars, the
trench run.
What's the first one?
The trench run.
A New Hope. So yeah, that. And then you blow him up, and then it kind of cuts to a scene called Jonesy. I'm not a big Fortnite lore man. And then it just stops. And then Fortnite continues in 7 hours.
I'm not a Fortnite fan at all, but that sounds fucking awesome. I would have played that. You fly into Galactus's arm and blow him up.
Honestly, it was fun. It was just like literally it was more like it's all like the illusion of it all. Like it's like you think you're playing all together, but you're not. It kind of just puts you in a single player game. Like,
It's
there was no
weird
one
that
else with
on
you.
the outside. Like I saw a gameplay of Fortnite the other day, and someone was just running around as Wolverine, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this game now? Like, what's going on here?
It's a whole different thing on its own
It's
now.
a marketing material. That's what it is.
But it's more of its own thing now, isn't it? It's not. It's more its own platform. It's not really a. You could.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
How can I put it? Like, there's
It's just
PlayStation,
marketing
Xbox,
other
Nintendo,
people's stuff.
and then there's Fortnite. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's not that big.
I know, you know what I'm saying, but I reckon it could be though. Like, anyway, you can play Fortnite on anything, but you know what I'm saying? It's more of its own thing now. Do you know what I mean? Because you can get it anywhere you want.
Sure.
It was fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I turned onto it. Like 10, 20 minutes of my life that I experienced. I feel like I was experiencing with the rest of the world. I was expecting more of a, you know, as many people as the server can hold, and you're all fighting him. You know, he's in the air and you're shooting at him, and he's like putting obstacles in the way. But I think they've done something similar to that before. But it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time.
So how fun is it to like play as Wolverine? Because I never liked the shooting mechanics in Fortnite, but like maybe playing as Wolverine or some shit, I'd like a little more.
I don't know how to play it. I didn't play as Wolverine.
I think it's just a standard.
No, I'm joking. The 8-year comes
So
up.
just like hold a gun as Wolverine and like not
Yeah,
like I saw
you
gameplay
hold the
of,
gun
like,
as Wolverine. I think
around.
they all get their own special like thing they can do.
Oh, and that's where.
Well,
the
isn't it like Thanos, right? Like Thanos has his own.
But Thanos was like more of a.
Wasn't that like years ago already?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
It was Infinity.
It was for Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War. Yeah, then Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they all got like I think She-Hulk. You played as She-Hulk. You played as the woman. I forgot her name. Sorry.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, but the woman who is She-Hulk.
Jessica. Maybe not Jessica. Jessica Jones. No, I don't know.
I forget her name.
Anyway, you play as her, and then you press a button, and you turn to She-Hulk.
Okay.
And I think Wolverine did get his own special thing. I could be wrong, but I know that with Iron Man, you play the Tony Stark, and then you could turn it to Iron Man. I'm looking at the 8-year one if you want.
No.
She won't come on, but no, yeah, I think it's something like that. I'll have a look tonight. I might put it. I don't know. Anyway, Fortnite, play it. Ignore him.
There it is. Don't listen to that.
I didn't say anything.
No, you don't have to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it was all right. It's something I wanted to experience it. I expected more. Don't get me wrong. I was a bit underwhelmed. But
It's actually what I heard a lot of people being.
yeah. But for saying it's a battle royale game to turn it into a Star Fox mini game for 10 minutes, that requires a lot of work. Do you know what I mean?
So I have one question, and this is just about the events in general. Is it just that limited? Like, if you're not there, you can never play it?
Yeah. I mean...
So, like, that event, like, how long was that event up for me to do that?
Oh, no, you had to do it live. Because the whole event was to lead to the shutdown.
Okay.
So
10 minutes later, I couldn't have started it?
Oh,
no. One sec.
Interesting.
that's not how these work. But it'd be interesting though. I get what you're saying. If they had like a playlist of all the different events or whatever, because like he just said, they go into
Well, not even a playlist. Like, I didn't know if it was like maybe an hour. Like you can play it within this hour, and then you
It
can
was like 4 hours or whatever, something like that. Maybe like you had.
I'm just asking. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it'd be really weird if it was that limited. But I guess that's marketing. They want more people to.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you want to talk
Moving
about?
on from Fortnite. Sims ain't here anymore. We ain't got to talk about Fortnite.
Oh, get rid of that Brit. You know.
We will just assume that's all Sims has been playing, and then we will move on to me. I have played and I have beaten the Pathless.
Oh,
and
yes.
it was okay. It was pretty good. You know, I think I was high on it like right after I beat it.
Yeah.
And then, like, as I thought about it more and more, I kind of just it kept going down. You know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It was one of those. It has the game is very much just like an environmental puzzle type game with some other little tricks here, but it mostly revolves around the puzzles. Think like the shrines in Breath of the Wild, or if you ever played Shadow of the Colossus. It takes a lot from both these games that I just mentioned, but think like that type of puzzles, you know.
Okay.
The environmental puzzles and like I don't know, like Uncharted, even, you know, those little ones, like stuff like that. Mostly the shrines in Zelda was what I would compare it to the most. But yeah, the game's cool. I had a lot of problems with the structure of the game. So the game, you go into these 4 different open areas, right? You start in the first one and you keep going until you progress. And your whole point in these areas are to collect these puzzle pieces. These puzzle pieces unlock a light thing, and this light thing beams down on a beast that lives in that area, right? But there's also like a constant. Well, here, let me explain the beasts first. So the beasts are the things you got to beat. They're like taken over by darkness. This game has
like
one
the
of
divine beasts.
Yeah,
It's just like Breath of
it's
the Wild.
exactly like that. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna hear so much shit that I'm gonna say that you're gonna be like, so that's like Breath of the Wild. And yeah, it's exactly like that. But except like combat and gameplay wise, it's nothing like that. But yeah, the beast. There's one beast in each area. There's 4 areas in the game. You get the puzzles to go then fight the beast. But there's also like a constant looming threat of the beast while you're trying to collect these puzzles throughout the open world. That's where if you saw like a trailer for this game or whatever, that's where the stealth sections come in.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Where like everything
all red.
Yeah, yeah. It's very red. Looks really cool, very stylistic. And basically when you're in these stealth sections, so it'll be kind of randomized with these beasts while you're going around looking for these puzzle pieces. You'll see like a giant red ball coming toward you, right? And that just seems to happen at random. And then once the red ball touches you, you can't you can try to avoid it. Like you could run and probably get away, but it's kind of hard to. It's just kind of random whenever this thing's going to attack you. And
I said, that's just
okay.
weird.
No. Yeah, it is very weird. And then so you go into that, and then the stealth section begins. You get a bird. He's like your little companion. He helps you with a lot of puzzles and stuff. And but when you get into these stealth sections, the bird gets hurt and he gets like thrown across to the other side of the stealth section. So you got stealth all the way there and pick up the bird. It's really cool at first. Like with each new beast is a little bit different, right? Because there's 4 different beasts, and like each of them are a little bit different in these stealth sections. Like they just, one's really tall and has like spotlights coming down on you. One is like fast and rolling around, and he has spotlights coming off the sides of him and stuff. And just the spotlights are just how you get caught if you stay in the spotlight too long. And they're like very big spotlights. Like so
what's the objective when you're stealthing?
Beyond you, the objective is to go get your bird back. Like the bird is hurt. Okay. He's on the other side, so you just got stealth all the way there. Get the bird.
So it's just like a room, basically, and you just get around.
Yeah, yeah. It just becomes an area. It turns into this whole little thing. So yeah, you go, you get the bird. It's cool at first because it looks so cool and it's so stylistic, and the beasts look really fucking cool. Like the beast designs are really cool, but it gets so old after like the 3rd time. Once I'm in,
you're just trying to do your thing, and then this.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to get these puzzle pieces, and then this looming threat will come in, and you get stuck into this, and it's like, oh, now I gotta go get my bird again for like the 5th fucking time in this area. And it's not like these areas are very big, so you probably needed more and more puzzle pieces each area you went to, right? So by the 4th area, I'm getting caught in that trap like I don't know, maybe like 8 times, throughout the whole area while I'm just trying to play through it. Yeah. And that got very annoying.
You're talking me down to this game.
Oh yeah. I'm going to talk you down on this game. I did like it though. I don't want to act like I didn't completely like it. So then the puzzles are good though. I will say that. The puzzles are good.
It's a little shrine.
Some of them are a little too easy. I would say most of them are a little too easy. This game's a little too easy overall. No, Breath of the Wild wasn't too hard, but Breath of the Wild would have one now and then that would surprise you, That would be like, oh, this one's, it's not even that it has to be hard. It just has to be like, oh, that's a really cool idea. Or, you know what I mean? Or like, that took me a while to think of the solution for that puzzle or, something like that. I did like the puzzles. I could have used. So my biggest problem with the game was just the way it was set up. You would have this sort of sight type thing, right? Like the highlight thing that's in every game, right? And that's how you would find where these different puzzles were throughout the open area. But that was the only way to find them. There was no map in this game, which really bothered me. So I couldn't. There was markings. They were highlighted, but they wouldn't highlight until you got closer to them. So like you're just kind of looking around for where these puzzles are, and they could be anywhere throughout the map. But it doesn't make any sense when you can't find them, or you'd find, the easier ones. I would have much rather preferred this game be more linear and just give me like 2 to 3 of the best puzzles you have in that area, instead of going around and doing some that like weren't really that good or some that were just way too easy, than having this giant open area with like way too many puzzles. I thought too, like they just had so many, because you wouldn't even need that many to fight the beast. You would need like 6 in one area, but there's like 20 puzzles around that you could go get, you know?
Oh wow, that's a lot. Is there a reason to do them all?
Trophies, I guess. Yeah, no, not that I know of. Maybe if you go back, you could unlock something. I heard there's like a secret ending in this game, but yeah, it's another problem I had with like the story overall. I don't like these like, or I tend not to like at least these like vague stories just about like I don't know, like some darkness coming into the like Zelda, honestly. Like Zelda,
Shadow of the Colossus is what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's exactly like
a good story.
Shadow of the Colossus kind of redeemed itself more for me towards the end because the ending is so good. But yeah, that game has a very vague story. You know, like there's not much really going on, and you know, those tend to not be my favorite stories. Some of them are good, some of them I'm kind of like, this one was more of like it was okay type thing. The coolest part though is definitely the boss fights. Boss fights are amazing. They're incredible looking. They can kind of become like a rhythm game because as soon as you get enough puzzle pieces to unlock fighting the boss, you would then go chase it. And then the traversal in this game is like you're shooting these different points with your arrow, with your bow and arrow. There's like these light up things that like make you move faster. So you shoot those. Yeah, and that's how you traverse. You go super fast. You feel like, you know, like fucking Sonic or some shit, you know?
That feels good to do that?
Yeah, it feels really good to do that. Yeah.
Is it easy to do that? That was something I didn't
lock on for you, you know? Okay. So all you really got to do is hold down the button. Yeah.
Are you holding it? Oh, that's even easier.
You're holding down R2. Yeah. And then you let go, and then the bow shoots. Yeah. So you do that, catch the boss, and then the boss would have like these different spots on him, you know, that you would shoot off, and you'd have to do that while you're dodging his attacks and stuff. The boss fights were really well done, really good. The music I want to touch on. Music is fantastic in this game. Yeah, the music's a 10 for sure. The music is great. They get like this wacky circus music going when you're fighting these bosses. Yeah, it's really cool, man. It's a lot of like, it reminded me of that level in Crash 4 with were you like in New Orleans?
Yeah,
you know? Yeah, it was like that type of vibe with that music. Okay. A lot of that, yeah, and it was really cool. Yeah, there's a final boss that is super cool. I was taking a bunch of pictures of this game just because the style is so cool. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking game. Yeah, the art style is incredible. Yeah, pretty much all I gotta say on it. Any questions?
How does the actual combat feel? I don't think you touched on that.
So that was it. That's the only combat you'll do is with the boss fights.
Oh, you're not
running around. There's no enemies on the map or nothing. No.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, no.
I just assumed there was also just like enemies around too.
Yeah, like I said, this game it revolves around the puzzle. It's pretty much a straight puzzle game. Like
interesting. Okay. Yeah. That kind of like changes how I even was thinking about the game because I just thought it was similar to Breath of the Wild where there were just enemies around too.
Yeah, no, there's no like problems running around or anything. Yeah, okay. It's a cool game. I'd recommend it if it's on like PS Plus or Game Pass or whatever. You know, I know it's not on Xbox right now, but I'm sure it will be at some point. It's pretty much like the same thing I'd say about Abzu, their last game. Giant Squid made this. That was their last game. It's just one of those like, yeah, I'd play it when you get a chance. You know,
I liked Abzu.
Yeah, I like Abzu too. I like this too. It's just like, you know, both of those games I had problems with.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'll give it 7.5.
7.5. Okay, that's a good game.
We'll go 7.8333, but you know, can't do that.
I have just one question. I was listening the whole way. So, with $40, was it?
I think so. Yeah, 40.
Not worth the $40. You just said wait, so
yeah, I just said wait, so I guess not. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's hard to judge games like that for me, but
you definitely need.
I would wait. You don't need to play it, but like if it looks cool to you, play it. You know, because it was cool. Like I enjoyed my time while I was playing it. It was just after the fact where I just kind of fell off, and like I haven't thought about it, you know, since this, and I beat it on like Sunday. You know, so yeah, and with that, we will move on.
Is that all you've played? Sorry.
That's all I played, yeah. Waiting for Cyberpunk now. 1 week, guys. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Are you still enjoying the PlayStation?
Fucking hate it now. I just threw it in the trash, actually.
Yeah.
No problems with it after the updates?
No, yeah. I still haven't had anything. trying to think. Yeah, no, nothing. Controller issues all fixed. So yeah, seems I got lucky. A lot of people are having like brick consoles and stuff. Not good. Not good. Okay, we will move on to the news. Where do you guys want to start?
Well, I have a quick update from the 8-year-old teenager that I have. So if you find a mythic, it's like a mythic you pick up as an item, you can maybe use Wolverine special attacks. Something like that.
I saw someone playing as Wolverine.
She also said, "I don't know a lot."
She doesn't know a lot.
That you don't know a lot.
No, she said, "I don't know a lot. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what she said.
She doesn't give a fuck who Wolverine is.
No, she doesn't.
Wolverine's cool.
As long as she can do cola emotes, she's not bothered.
Oh yeah, the dance. What was this one?
The floss
dance. No, the head bobble when you move. I see people doing that.
Yeah.
Stop dancing, you two. Anyways, there has been another big drop of games on Game Pass. Some of those games include Control, Rage 2, Doom Eternal, Call of the Sea. Pretty good. Yeah. Nothing else really sticking out to me personally, but a bunch of games you can go look at.
Control in December?
Control's the big one.
When's it out now?
Now I'm like, let me see.
I forget the date.
It just says coming soon. So yeah, I have to wait.
It'll be soon.
It'll be before the end of the year. I think they were all like December-ish, so right around then. Doom Eternal though, it's really fucking cool.
That already had been on.
Oh, had it? Okay.
Yeah.
That came on like a month
There are
ago
other
now.
games in that list there. But it's okay. We don't have to go through all of them.
Rage 2, they should probably pay you to play.
I was considering buying that a couple of months ago.
Don't buy it.
It was okay. I
really enjoyed Rage.
Here's a couple other ones. I do want to say because I don't want to list them all, but Greedfall is another one. I think that was a pretty cool looking game that I just missed. Call of the Sea was part of one of the Xbox showcases. That was that island, had a pretty cool art style. What's the other one? I was looking at Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. I wanted to play that game. That's that Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze type of game. 2D platformer. I want to play that for sure, so I'm going to download that. Yeah, Game Pass. Awesome.
Game Pass, man. Lining them up. Next up, Super Nintendo World is opening February 4th, 2021 at Universal Studios in Japan. Cool little Nintendo theme park opening up in Japan. You guys hype?
Yeah.
James?
I would like to go to it, but that's really far.
I'd like to go one day. I'd like to go to America. Like,
yeah.
It's more. It's like it's happening, but it's a lot of money to do. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing with these places.
I suppose it's more exciting if you like live in the Japan area.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting that like the video games are crossing into like these theme parks. Like maybe one day we'll get a PlayStation World and Xbox World, which is great. Like, I think Nintendo's got that lineage of like history that they can do this now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
also like really family friendly. You know?
Yeah.
You just do
about to say with like a PlayStation. What are you gonna go on a Kratos ride? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Light the chaos, a bunch of enemies or something.
You gotta fight a bunch of demons and shit. I don't know how much you want to do all that. But yeah, this sounds really cool to me. I
think it'll take a couple of years to get there, though. I think we booked up to the 9s.
Yeah,
sure they are.
I think so. Yeah, I wonder if this was popular enough that they'd like expand it, and maybe have a Nintendo World and somewhere in America.
I mean, Universal's also big in Florida.
I think they are due a Nintendo World in America, aren't they?
Are they?
I don't know. I could be talking out my
I mean, I would think if anything, it opened in Florida first or next in terms of
where the Universal is there. Right? Yeah.
They just expand that.
Any cool ride ideas you guys got?
Well, I mean, some of the obvious ones, like I think that there is a Mario Kart ride.
Really, I
was say like a Rainbow Road one.
Oh yeah, Rainbow Road, throwing shells,
roller coaster type thing.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Throw shells at the people in front of you.
That's what I want to do for sure.
Knock them off the roller coaster. Tons of casualties.
No, that's when you throw the banana. Everyone behind you just dies.
The carts come off the roller coaster.
Somehow you hop into a different one or something. That's a good question. What would I want from? a Nintendo.
I'll take a Animal Crossing ride where you build up a small town and invite a
How would
bunch
you make that a
of
ride?
creatures there. You wouldn't. I don't know. You would just.
The best you'd get
Honestly,
is a photo opportunity, wouldn't it? Like the backdrop.
Yeah,
I could see like a Metroid ride where you're like going through a place as Samus, like hunting people or something.
I want
like
some
Like Space Mountain, basically. Like Space Mountain, but with
just
Metroid. Yeah,
Sure. Metroid Mountain.
Metroid Mountain.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sounds cool.
yeah,
I would like to go to Japan someday. We'll see.
yeah. I know. Me too.
We'll see.
Me too.
Be cool to go to. Next up, Doom Eternal is finally releasing for Switch on December 8th of this year. I love that Bethesda just keeps supporting Switch like this. They'll put
awesome.
all their games on there and stuff. I hope it continues with the Microsoft purchase of Bethesda. I think it probably will. But yeah, what do you guys think?
Awesome. I mean, it's not the best way to play it. We just talked about it being on Game Pass, but yeah, play the game. More people need to play Doom Eternal, so play it.
Sure. Sims, you gonna play it on Switch finally?
Yeah, can't wait for the subpar experience. No, yeah, it's great. If you don't own Xbox or PS5, like for these games to come on Switch, and say you're the dad that doesn't get the telly, or you're the dad that takes that 2-hour commute to work, or etc., etc. I mean, yeah, it's great. Like the more things that come to Switch, the better. So, do you know what I mean? Like it's for the people that don't have the big fancy tech that have the Switch Lite. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, it could be great for that market with hey, I played Switch a little bit, and oh, look, a Doom game. I used to play Doom back in the day, and pick that up. I don't know how well these all sell. I'm assuming like Skyrim probably sold really well on Switch.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to know about all of those big ports.
Would sell,
Yeah, like Wolfenstein and The Witcher. Like, I want to know how these ports even sold.
I would imagine The Witcher probably did pretty well.
I can see Skyrim. People that want to play Skyrim will buy. People that love Skyrim buy Skyrim even now.
I have Skyrim on Switch for no reason.
That's so funny.
Okay, cool. Next up, Red Dead Online will become a separate download and it'll cost $5.
Yeah, it is right now, actually.
Yeah, it's not forever.
When I wrote this.
Okay.
Well, it is $5. No, it is.
It's still $5 now. I think it's about a month or two, and then it will go to.
Yeah, there's a certain window if you buy it right now for $5. If you don't own Red Dead already, it's pretty interesting.
Red Dead Online never caught on like GTA did, right?
It's still pretty popular.
It is. Yeah, I imagine it is. I mean, the game sold so many copies, it kind of has to be.
I spent a good 2 months playing this game.
Did you really?
Yeah, me and my friend Sam. Like, my Sam still plays it now. They texted me the other day, says, "Do you want to jump in?" They just released like a bounty hunter mode, and at the first, like when we were playing it, there wasn't anything to do either. There wasn't any of these like there's like 3 different tiers of like classes to get to do.
Oh yeah.
So like Explorer, I think Moonshiner, Bounty Hunter. The new one's Bounty Hunter. And I was holding out for like a really big like update. So like maybe you could like build a house, like have your own house, and like maybe have a farm. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then we never played the main story. We just went around like hunting animals, and I don't know what we did. It was more just like a more relaxing thing because the world's so interesting and so like beautiful to go around. It's a strange thing though. I'd say, let's Grand Theft Auto. They should have done it with Grand Theft Auto, but now Grand Theft Auto is so cheap. Like for £12, I think it's like 12, 13.
I mean, how much did Grand Theft Auto sell?
Exactly. Like I'm surprised they didn't do this with Grand Theft Auto. Like maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Sure. Do you know what I mean?
They might with. It depends on what they're doing with 6.
Maybe I think it'll be a completely different thing. I think it will sell separately.
And well, that's what I mean. Maybe it'll split separately, and then they'll just do a big overhaul with the GTA 6 like engine and all that kind of stuff.
I think GTA 6 you'll get the game $60, $70, and then online $70.
No way.
I think people pay it.
I'm not saying that it won't be separate, but I think if I buy the game, they're going to give it to me.
I don't know.
Speaking of GTA 6, Rockstar might be teasing GTA 6. Well, yeah, I mean, come on. Perfect setup.
I set you up. That was a softball.
Rockstar released a teaser for new GTA Online content with coordinates that led to a mountain trail between Virginia and West Virginia, which looks like the Roman numeral 6. 6 for those who haven't played much Final Fantasy. Oh, I'm just reading the fucking IGN thing.
Kinda. It kind of looks like a 6, but
it kind of looks like a 6. I believe this because they put the coordinates in. And like obviously someone over at Rockstar is just fucking around. It is just like, oh, we'll do this because there's a 6 there. Well, I mean, they obviously did it on purpose. There's no way those coordinates just got in there accidentally and it just happens to look somewhat like a 6, But yeah, it's just a little tease. Rockstar does little wacky shit like this all the time.
Yeah, always.
This is just a Rockstar type move.
It is definitely a move. I don't know if it's actually like deliberate or not, but
it has.
They love these. They love these weird things.
Yeah.
What do we all even want for 6?
What do we want for 6?
Yeah.
I mean, what I want another full-on single player Rockstar game, the GTA 6 taking advantage of their
location
consoles.
In mind,
Vice City, you gotta do it.
Yeah, it's that VI, man. No, 6 Vice City.
Grand Theft Auto would be stupid to change the formula. Like it would.
I think that Rockstar, like people think, is it just gonna be an online? Like, there's no way. Rockstar's way too proud of their story modes. They just are.
Still 50-50 on it, to be honest.
I know I know you've been very iffy. I know that because they lost,
especially with the Raiders leaving.
Yeah, they lost
Laszlo leaving. I don't know if there's a time where they're gonna go in a different direction. It's now. It's their next game.
I just think they're too proud of those stories, man. They really love those stories.
Sure, and I mean, I know the company's more than 2 people, but those are 2 very high up people there.
Heads, yeah,
and so I mean, it could be a whole new direction for the studio wants to go. Who knows?
Yeah, but there's always
so much money.
It isn't just the House Brothers and Laszlo, like they've been the heads, but you can get new talent in there, change it up in terms of story, change it up.
I could see a world though where it's GTA Online, and GTA Online also has more story in it. I mean, GTA Online already does have a lot of story in it. To be honest, like, there's a good amount of cutscenes and stuff in there, but I can see
I just don't. I don't want to be playing Grand Theft Auto 6 story. And then fucking Big Tit 69 comes out and shoots me in the head. Oh, that would piss me off.
Yeah.
Big Tit 69 coming back for a second show.
That sounds pretty great.
No, I don't know. I don't want him to break. Don't break the stuff that's not broke. Like, don't fix what's not broken. Like, give me the story mode. A couple of weeks later, give me the online. And yeah, if you want to charge me another 70 quid for it, because it's going to be massive and expensive, then whatever.
Or what about just the base game just being more expensive?
Honestly, like, I think I said it earlier this year. Like, I'd have paid 100 quid for The Last of Us.
Right.
Like, for that experience. Like, I'd put 100. If games went up to £100, to $100 or £100 or whatever, I'd be like, oh shit, that's a bit shit. But I respect what they do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think that money is equal to like how much I get out of a game,
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because last GTA 5 I could spend hundreds of hours, I don't think that means it needs to be worth more money. You know what I mean?
Just gonna be
no, certainly not. I mean, but we could measure it off like amount of work put into the game, right? We certainly play a lot of games where cost the same amount, but we can clearly see this one had more work put into it than the other one.
You keep hearing about the higher ups at certain companies talking about how, I think Sean Layden was one of them, talking about how AAA games are just becoming way too expensive and not profitable.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I think maybe these companies need to tone it back just a little bit in terms of scale and budget, stuff like that.
See, I'd rather them charge more and do that,
But to wrap it up though, like, when do we expect to see this?
If there is a single player,
2020 now.
I would say
5 years after Red Dead 2.
No, I think that's too late. I think next year at the earliest we'll see it. I think 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2022. I think we might see it next year, and then at least like a hint, teaser or something.
Yeah,
and then
they'll announce it.
The
They give us the title, the logo, maybe who, what, when,
make it official.
And then 22. Yeah, 22. I agree with Daniel for once. 43 episodes later, I agree with Daniel.
Then what you guys are forgetting though is the inevitable delay.
Yeah,
into 23.
It could maybe.
Always with Rockstar, they delay it 6 months every game.
Yeah, that's true. They constantly delay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything else? GTA 6. Get hyped.
Yeah. One of my favorite
7 more years, guys.
Yeah, I can't wait. I always enjoy a good Grand Theft Auto.
Just a Rockstar game, man. Rockstar's just the tippity top. You know what I mean?
The tippity top.
Yeah, tippity top.
Okay, next up, FortNite Season 5 has started, right? Or what's it called? Season 5, Episode 2 or whatever?
No, Season 2.
Season 2, Episode 5? Season 2, Season 5?
Chapter 5.
What is it?
It's FortNite. No, it's like this is the 5th season of the reboot.
Season 2. Huh?
It's
No.
called Season 5. I wrote it in there. It's called Season 5. It's Chapter 2.
He's wrote it in there as well. FortNite.
It's Chapter
Season...
2. You're right. But it's Season 5. I wrote that down. Just read
Season
that.
5, Chapter 2.
Chapter 2 first.
Yeah, FortNite Chapter 2, Season 5. Yeah. Daniel's
Sure,
right.
I
That's it.
know
Daniel
I was right. I hate
I
FortNite.
don't know why we got so hung up on it.
Anyways, the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda are in it. Actually, his name's Grugo. You probably should put Grogu, whatever, Goku. He's gonna go Super Saiyan. I don't like the name, Daniel. I gotta be honest. As soon as they said his name, I was like, throw it off.
How many dumb names are in Star Wars? It's fine. His name's fine.
Jar Jar Binks is a classic name, okay, sir. Anyways,
Wash your mouth out with soap, sir.
It's something.
Anyways, yes. I don't know too much else about it. The Mandalorian, Baby Yoda are there.
I just thought it was just give it a shout out because Mandalorian's awesome.
I mean, it's big news, right? Probably the biggest news to happen in like.
We can even talk about the teaser. The rumor is Kratos as well. There's the rumor going
Yeah, I think it's more
They might
official
ship
than a
Kratos.
rumor now, isn't it? Like,
I don't
so
think
many
so.
pictures.
Nothing's been. It's the
Nothing's
same
been
picture.
officially announced. Yeah.
What about Kratos? He's gonna be in
It's
it.
going to be in the
There's
game.
rumors that he'll be a skin.
You throw the axe? That'd be fucking dope.
I think it's like
I'll try
old Kratos. I don't think it's new. Is it?
It's the new. It's
Is
the
it?
new.
I'm not even. I've looked at it, but I've not. I had a headache yesterday, didn't I? So I looked at it, but I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
look at it.
it's the 2018 Kratos.
Yeah, data miners are all over this. Like I know what my kid was telling me about Baby Yoda about a week ago.
That's so funny. She's just
Grugo.
tapped in.
She tapped in, mate. Honestly, you want to see it every morning. It's like Ali A's there, like, "Hi, I'm Ali A, and we're gonna talk about Fortnite." And I'm like, it's like 7:00 in the morning. Just shut up, man. And just
I don't know these Fortnite dances.
Oh man,
Nah,
we should
that's
be a
not-
Fortnite channel. Honestly, we'd be popping off by now. We'd have
Oh,
Fortnite.
didn't I tell you?
merch.
I already have a Fortnite channel.
Oh god, imagine Daniel doing a Fortnite channel.
Yeah.
Great at it. I'd watch it. Love it. Moving on.
Moving on.
Colin Moriarty's game company, Lilimo Games, has announced Hybraxia 2 coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, Vita. And Daniel wrote Vita Lives on there. Coming out on February 3rd, 2021.
It's an old Beyond joke. And
It
kind
is.
of-
I was like, it lives. I was like,
It
what the fuck
lives.
are you talking about?
Vita lives, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, this is cool. I hear about this all the time. Just listening to Colin's podcast.
I've not listened
That's
to it in so
I
long.
was able to pronounce Hybraxia.
Hybraxia, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not into this games. I didn't like the
You didn't like the
what was it called?
Twin Breakers.
Twin Breakers. Yeah. I think I just don't like twin stick shooters.
I just thought it was a cool concept. You know.
Yeah, they're fine. It's
I
only
like it as a little concept, you know.
they're cheap, so it's just like, you know, they're cool. You know, I'll
It's
probably
something
just
that
support Colin.
it's something that everyone's wanted to do, and he's doing it in
Yeah.
the smallest of ways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've
Because he bought a stake in Lilimo, so he is now like the majority owner in Lilimo. So that's really
he
cool.
owns
He's just gonna keep making
the
games.
owner
He's
of the
talking about
company, pretty much.
yeah. He's talking about making an RPG. He talks
Yeah.
about that often. So like, he wants to do a 16-bit RPG, and that's gonna be really cool. Written by him too, which would be pretty cool.
Is this all discussed in like Sacred Symbols?
What?
Is this all discussed in Sacred Symbols, the podcast?
Yeah, he doesn't go too deep into it. He'll mention stuff like this, but he won't like pound you over the head with it. You know what I mean? Like, he'll bring it up now then. Especially this. I mean, he's announcing a game, so.
So I have a hot take, and you may disagree with me. So I would listen to like old kind of funny content, like 2016 days, 2016, 2015 days. I think kind of funny's better off without Colin.
I disagree.
You may. I just listen to. I just feel like
Colin brought. Go ahead.
I just feel like he hijacks like most of the conversations. Like there was a lot of Colin talking all the time.
I mean, they all do that though. I feel like that's every podcast I listen to.
I don't know.
We constantly do that too. We constantly talk.
I just feel like when I listen to these old podcasts, like I don't want to talk about obviously whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like Colin just talks too much, and not even too much. It's just like.
So you're not used to Colin and Greg constantly talking to.
Well, I was listening to obviously I listened from 2017, so I only got like maybe 3 months of Colin. Which is, I when he left, I was gutted. Like, and I wasn't even in the kind of funny atmosphere, world. Like, I didn't even know of Gamecast. I didn't know of Colin and Greg Live. I didn't know any of that. I just knew of Peter's I Love You, EXO, because I searched it. So, I don't know. I'm kind of glad they've gone apart because I feel like Colin is better on his own. He's good at what he talks about.
I think they're all better off on their own, certainly.
I mean, he has a great show. I liked the dynamic that they had with Tim, Colin, and Greg. I just think that they all had such unique topics. Like, I love Blessing, but I don't think Blessing brings enough different to.
He's young, isn't he? He's not had that life experience. Yeah,
exactly. I love hearing Blessing.
I do as well.
I think now that they have Imran and more, I think now that's even more dynamic of a show. But having Colin, Tim, and Greg was just, I think, the all-star boom right there.
I was going to say, I think Emron brought back a lot of what Colin had.
Yeah.
Just that insight into the industry and that, like, having really smart opinions about things and different takes on things. I feel like we lost a lot of that in Kind of Funny.
For a while.
Brought a lot of that back for me.
Oh, very quickly, I was listening to 2016 and they were talking about the PlayStation Neo. And, like, Colin was so angry about, like,
Is that what the Pro was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And obviously they were all like worried that like some games just wouldn't work on the PlayStation anymore.
Yeah.
And like, obviously the PlayStation's only been like 2 years. Anyway, it was interesting. It's interesting to go back in time and like listen to what they think about what games that I've already played.
Right.
Anyway. Try to hijack that.
This is your official
congratulations, Colin Moriarty. Like, I honestly, I respect and love you. Like, if anybody wants to, like, I respect the man like dearly. I just feel like the split was the best thing that could have happened.
No, it certainly was. I think it would have happened even without
what happened. I think he would have eventually went.
So. Yeah.
Do you not think? Do you think he would have stuck around?
I mean, people just drift apart after a while. You know.
I mean, that's true. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say it like that, but I don't think it would have been like anything like that.
I don't think it would have been as ugly, but I think they would have split up eventually. I don't know. We don't got to get into it. Let's move on.
Sorry.
No,
that's a podcast on its own
discussion. All right. We could have a Kind of Funny discussion podcast. Yeah, that's it for the news this week. Pretty light week on news. We're in December now, so
it's gonna be light.
It's gonna be light.
Yeah, it's gonna be light. I mean, we'll get the Game Awards. We'll get a big bump there.
Game Awards announcements. Yeah.
That's next week already. Yeah, so we'll get a huge news week next week, or I guess the week after.
I'm gonna say
the week after for us.
Yeah, I think for the rest of the year, it's gonna be a lot of us talking about games. What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna say this on the record. I can't watch the Game Awards live, so if you text me, I will kill you.
Oh, we won't say anything in the chat.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna mute the chat.
Watch it live.
Yeah, because I'm asleep and then at work, so it'd be Friday night. I'll be watching.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I would prefer you tell me everything as it's happening because I can't watch it live. But that's just me. I guess
I'm not gonna do that.
I love it live.
Okay, cool. We'll move on to new releases and dates. Coming out on November 8th is Call of the Sea, coming out on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC.
This is that game that I said it was in
November the 8th.
The Game Pass. Oh, December 8th.
Yeah. December 8th. I wrote it. I'm sorry. I messed
up. That's fine. Yeah,
all of that.
Daniel is trying to throw me off here.
This is also on Game Pass as well.
Yeah.
I wrote this before they had it on Game Pass.
So I had a quick glimpse on the trailer a minute ago. Is it like just like a walking simulator, like what
I
remains
don't
of
know
Edith
much
Finch
about
type
that.
thing?
They showed it at that July showcase. I don't really know much about the actual gameplay though, but it seemed interesting from that the trailer.
I'll have a look. I say that.
Also coming out is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 on PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Switch on December 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never
like
played Tetris.
I never have either. What is Puyo Puyo?
It's that 4 square like little characters.
Yeah, they're like green or whatever.
There are multiple colors, but I think Puyo Puyo it like switches. Like there's a mode where it switches.
In my head of it.
Yeah, it'll like switch back and forth between the two. Like you'll be playing regular Tetris and it'll switch to Puyo Puyo, and then back and forth.
Sure. And then next up, just a little game called Cyberpunk 2077 coming out on November 10th. You put November. December 10th.
I know, I messed it up again.
Coming out on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and apparently Stadia, although they're probably lying.
I mean, Stadia's been marketing.
They have announced it to come out day on day, and I think if you pre-order it, what do you get? If you pre-order it on Stadia, you get something, don't you? I forgot.
Lies.
I don't
Games
remember.
don't.
You get something. I think you get like a Stadia with it. I don't know. A lot of people are receiving it early. A lot of people. Obviously, I watched that footage. A lot of people today taking photos of their like exclusive, their deluxe editions. So
I think it's a UK thing because I've seen a lot on Reddit. A bunch of people in the UK getting theirs early.
Has press got it? It's so weird. Like,
yeah, very weird, huh?
I guarantee you at this point they have it.
Yeah, of course they do. Like, and very quiet. I don't know. So
it's probably something kind of like the PlayStation stuff where like there's like they can't even say they don't have it yet. Like they
actually, funny though, they did not have it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird because like, how are you going to review this game in less than a week? You know?
It's not. It's not going to be reviewable. I don't think. But going back a couple of months ago, I believe they said that like they would have it early.
Mm-hmm.
They said like months and months and months ago. They said like people will have loads of time. I was expecting like a Last of Us like a good like 3-4 weeks in advance. Maybe they do have it and they're just full of shit.
They could just be more. Yeah, that could be it. Or they could be more particular about who's getting copies.
Weird, isn't it? It's
one. Maybe
weird.
Like only one like IGN reviewer got one or whatever. You know, like just one person.
A lot of peers didn't get the 16-hour thing. I kind of funny didn't. I think IGN and GameSpot are the only one that got the 16-hour like review, that preview.
A lot of people in the fucking game. So
yeah, like because she did like she had Tom Marks and then the guy from GameSpot in a podcast thing, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll see. Looking forward.
I still don't think this game's gonna be that good.
1 week. Oh, Sims, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Hang on here. Next up, we're gonna move up to the bets. Last week's bet was the Immortals Phoenix Rising Metacritic score.
I need a wait.
Right,
I guessed 80. Daniel guessed 82, and Sims guessed 84.
All right, so we always do the highest because it varied a lot with this game. So the lowest end is a 75 on Switch, which makes sense.
I forgot to on Switch.
Yeah, the highest version is the Series X version, which is an 83. So because we always go with the highest, that means I win. Yeah.
No, because you went over. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Sorry.
You went over. You have an 84.
I just expect to win every week, and then obviously when I don't win, I get bitter about it. So, yeah, Daniel.
Go back to when we started doing these bets, and you kept complaining because you never won. Yeah. I remember those days.
Man. All right, everyone are defenses right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, next up, for this week's bet, we are going to do... Should we not do this then? Because Sims has a point.
Do it.
No, it's going to come out and there will be some reviews.
There will be a score.
There will be a score somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will do the Cyberpunk 2077 Metacritic score. I want to put an extra 7 on there. Sims, it is put up or shut up time for you.
You're going
You
first.
have to say non-fucking stop how you don't think this game is going to be good. If you give me a high score here, I'm going to run over to the UK. I'm going to slap you. I'm gonna run back here and give you a better score. Now he thinks
76.
no way.
7s across the board.
76.
Story's not that great. Too
No,
long.
They have not. They
Gun
have not made-
gameplay's not great.
Witcher 1. Witcher 1 was like an 85.
Gameplay's clunky.
Okay.
70. The only thing going for it is like the visuals. Gunplay's not very good. Melee's not very good.
Yeah, the
Stealth's
music's not good.
Stealth's
The
atrocious.
hacking isn't good. The vibes aren't good.
Only thing going for it.
Characters aren't good.
Story's not interesting, not in the slightest.
The graphics suck. The
I'm
game
just
runs
so
at
happy
20
you
frames
stuck
a
to your
second.
guns here. And that's
I just
the lowest
expect
score.
these are the points I'm expecting. Gunplay's not that great. It's okay. You know, it's not on par with Modern Warfare. The melee is just not. You know, there's no such thing as good melee, but first-person combat like Dishonored. Like I enjoyed Dishonored, still wasn't that great. Stealth, I don't think it's gonna work. I think the story's not interesting, but like the RPG elements of it. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like a D&D, but not interested.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
No, honestly, I don't.
But you know what I'm saying? Like they've tried to make this good story.
I mean, I already disagreed with you with the Dishonored. I think Dishonored combat feels good.
Yeah, but it's still It's never the stealth. It's never. It never feels like you're going through someone, does it? It kind of just feel like you.
Well, yeah.
Not even
they
hitting.
can only do so much.
Yeah, I know, but there's so
I know
much
what
of
you
a
mean.
high bar.
Melee combat is worse than first person. Everyone knows that.
But when it goes to like, you know, like
Yeah.
obviously I never played D&D, but like the way you implement D&D is good, like, you know, the choices and how you want to do it. But if the story's not great, it's not going to be fun, is it? Do you know what I mean?
76, though. That's so low.
I'm telling you now,
So low.
it's not.
Dude, if you're right, like you win. You win everything. You win the show. I don't know.
I just
man.
don't see it being this fucking amazing game. Look, don't get me wrong. I've seen 20 minutes of it. Visually, it looks incredible. But how are these cars don't look like they handle well?
I've actually heard the driving is very good. That's the one thing that.
Fuck you and you fucking. I'm going to the toilet. I need a wee.
Okay, cool.
76.
Anyways, I am going to tell you. Hang on. Are you listening though? Make sure you're listening, because I'm going to tell you
He said
something.
yes. He said
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Just make sure you're listening. So he's right with all of that, right? Like it could be glitchy.
Oh,
The combat
no.
could-
I don't think he's right with any of it.
No, I just think like it is going to be glitchy. Like this game's going to be glitchy. as
They're
fuck.
probably, they'll be probably. Witcher 3 has problems.
It's gonna be glitchy as fuck. Like it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. The combat could not be that. It could be not that good. Maybe the shooting's not that well done or whatever. The story is guaranteed gonna be fucking amazing. The writing's gonna be top notch. Characters are gonna be great.
The
You already
music.
know all.
We already know
The
the
music's
music's good.
The style is great. It's too big of a game to get as low as a 76. He's crazy. But what he's forgetting is that games like this come out not all the time, but frequently. Think of Outer Worlds, think of Fallout. How high are those Metacritic scores? They have all the problems Sims just named. Bad combat. Stealth's not that good. Whatever
Fallout
else
76, or not 76. New Vegas was broken for like 6 months, and people
Yeah.
still love that game. You know,
Look at last year, Outer Worlds. Game was broke as hell. What does that have?
I didn't
on
really have that
Metacritic?
many problems personally, but
There were a lot of glitches in that game, and it felt
Sure.
kind of held back. But sure,
Yeah,
but I
Outer
love that.
Worlds it's a darling.
But
People love that game.
You go look on Metacritic. What does Outer Worlds have? Like an 85. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's Fallout have? Like a 90 something. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter with these games because there's so much content there. The writing's so good. The stories are so good. The side elements are so
And
good.
these writers, The Witcher 3 is so good.
Yeah, top notch. So with all that said, I'm gonna say 91. Sims is crazy.
91. Okay. 91.
What?
See-
You went 91, did you? Sorry.
He said 91. Yeah.
I've got an update on my PlayStation queue. Hi guys, PS5 console stock is running very low. We only have a few hundred left. I am currently 25,312 in the queue.
Yeah, you're probably not getting one.
That's a whole lot of credit cards to
I'm
balance.
going to say 92.
You bastard.
I mean, I think it's going to be over 90. I don't want to say 90 because I don't think it's going to get be 90. So you took 91. So I'm going to say 92.
Okay. That's fair.
If I had to, I would have said like if I had like
Listen to my argument
You
right there,
had
though.
to.
yeah, I did. Yeah, you're right. No, but I like put up a short of like 76. Like
Yeah,
it is a score I
76?
I
That's
believe
like lower
in.
than Bug Snacks.
But like 85 is where it will be. There's no way this game's hitting 90.
I can see it hitting around there.
Their game, in terms of them, they've only made better games and better games.
This is just not.
This is scoring better than The Witcher 3.
Is it possible you just won't like it? You know?
Yeah.
No,
I think that's
no.
very possible.
I think I'll enjoy it. I just don't think it'll be as good as anyone thinks.
In the high 90s or low 90s range or whatever. I think it's possible you just won't like it still.
I think I will enjoy it. I do think I'll enjoy it. I just think this is like everyone's thinking this game is like creme de la creme of all the games. Like,
yeah,
and I just don't think it is. I just think it's going to be another.
Because you love Witcher. You almost platinum.
I just the problem I have with this game is first person mode. If it wasn't first person, I'd probably be telling you a different story.
Yeah, but that's a you thing.
Yeah,
that's not
and it's a you thing that I'm expressing across the world.
But you're disagreeing with what he just said about it. He just said it being a you thing, and you said you didn't really say that.
I can't remember what I said.
Exactly.
I just think it's not going to be the best game of all time.
Sure.
And a lot of people are getting their
expectations.
expectations.
I can't wait to never hear you say I don't think Cyberpunk is
it's gonna have a
Can you
score.
just continue it after it's out for me and just say, hey, you guys remember the Cyberpunk wasn't that good? just once an episode.
I want it to blow me away, but I don't think it will.
Sure. And with that said, we'll move on to the game. Daniel.
Yes.
What is this
So give me the theme song, Connor.
Wants
to be a millionaire. Is that good?
I was
Okay.
fucking fantastic.
We're getting claimed on.
I am
the
bringing
sound.
back the thing that Connor did before, but I have more questions. I have 10 this time. So what we're gonna do is I will give you each a 50-50 for one of these questions, and you just go as far as you guys can. If Connor drops out too quick, then I'll just keep going, just so we can try to get to all the questions. If not, then I'll just tell you them. How's that sound?
Sure.
Okay. So, question number 1. What is the best-selling video game of all time? Is it Wii Sports? Is it Skyrim? Is it GTA 5? Or is it Minecraft?
D. Minecraft. Final answer.
Sims?
He was so confident. I want to say Wii Sports.
Is that
Final
your
answer.
final? You have to say final answer.
And are we a team?
No.
Oh, fuck this
I'll just-
guy. Wii Sports. Final answer.
Wii Sports. The answer is Minecraft. You lose the first one. All right. Question number 2. What is... I'm sorry. I messed it up. What year did the NES release? 1990, 1991, 1992, or 1993?
A. 1990. Final answer.
Final answer.
1991. Final answer.
It released in 1991.
Boom! Fuck you! Blah, blah, blah.
Both lose very quickly. Okay. Do you want me to continue and you guys could just keep going? You guys don't get $1 million. But
What do you mean we
Why
get
are
$1
we
million?
why are we
Hey,
playing
look,
this shit game?
you lost. I had a
No, just
free
keep-
million. I had a free million to give somebody, but
Don't you got 10 questions?
I do. I can keep going. What is the best-selling console? Is it the Wii? Is it the PS4? Is it the 360? Or is it the PS2?
PS2 final answer.
Yeah, it's not a race, bud. D. PS2. Final answer.
The answer is PS2.
What are we tied?
Question number 4. I'm not keeping track. If you have 2, he has 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 4.
No, because he said 1990 for the Nintendo.
Yeah, but you weren't in that. You weren't in
Both
that.
had 2.
Okay, I'll give it to him then.
What? Hold on. What went on?
Well, because you were already out. That's what I was saying.
Oh, we get out?
Yeah, that was my point before. You
Here's
guys
how we're playing.
But we just do
Yeah,
by
I got
point.
That's
one
how.
point for the
That's
first
how Who Wants to
question.
Be. You guys don't
Tim
understand
got
how.
1 point for the second question. We both got a point
No,
for
there's
the
no
third.
point. It wasn't a point system.
That's
It's Who
how
Wants to
Who
Be a
Wants to
Millionaire.
Be.
We're doing the points
It's
now.
not the- Okay, we're doing
Good point.
points now. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is you keep going up the tiers.
There's
That's
no
it.
$1 million.
There
I
we-
have $1 million.
Get that fucking.
Question number 4. Do. What game has over $1 billion in lawsuits? Is it FortNite? Is it League of Legends? Is it Manhunt? Or is it GTA?
B, League of Legends. Final answer.
Sims?
Fortnite. Final answer.
I played both of you. It's GTA, obviously.
I thought so. The amount of things they've had, like,
I thought Manhunt would get one of you.
yeah.
Question number 5. Do. What market generates the most revenue in the video game industry? Market.
It's just
So
not in the
basically,
video
what,
game industry.
basically, what country generates? It has it makes the most revenue.
Sure.
Is it the UK? Is it Japan? Is it the US? Or is it China?
Japan. Final answer.
No fucking way is it Japan. They're way too small. Like, what are you even talking about?
China's bigger than Japan, isn't it?
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
not. I won't say anything until you guys both
I mean, now I'm just bothered that he even said that.
answer.
Fit like 20 Japans inside China. I'll go China. Final answer.
Final answer. The answer is China. Final answer. Japan is like the third. Like US is bigger than Japan in terms of money.
I always thought Japan was bigger than China. Fuck you both,
Not
yeah.
even close.
How about that?
How did you? China has like.
I
over,
didn't
like,
do
2 billion
school,
people or
alright.
something.
I was there
Alright.
being
Okay,
cool.
man. They don't know.
You seen
Question
Greece,
number-
right? I was the guy smoking
Question number
cigarettes.
6. Question number 6. Do.
Fucking nerds.
What was the first console to have internal memory? Is it the Super Nintendo? Is it the Sega Genesis? Is it the PS1? Or is it the Sega Saturn?
Repeat them. Repeat.
The Super Nintendo, the Genesis, PS1, or the Saturn?
Genesis. Final answer.
I don't remember having a thing for Sonic, like a memory card or anything. I'm super young at this point too. Yeah, I'm gonna say Genesis too. Final answer.
It was the Sega Saturn.
Saturn, interesting. How did you save with the Genesis?
I
Could
don't know.
you?
I know the
Cartridge,
Genesis.
isn't it? Saved on the cartridge.
Oh, it was like on the thing. Okay.
It could have been cartridge based. Question number 7. Do. What language is spoken in The Sims? Is it gibberish? Is it English? Is it Simian? Or is it Simlish?
Simeon, final answer.
What was the last one?
Simlish.
And what was the one he said?
Simian.
Fuck.
These are my people.
I don't
These are my people, man. These are my people.
Oh yeah, your last name is Sims. Is it spelled the same way too?
No. No,
You own
my actual name,
Frank.
yeah, it is spelled the same way. Sims, S-I-M-S.
father invented
But I put a Z
Sims.
because I'm cool. And they
You
might
got
sue
all
me.
that inherited money.
Honestly,
from the
true
Sims
story.
franchise.
Honestly, true story. When I thought this game was released, when I realized I thought a parent or like a grandparent or a sibling of mine owned the company. So like
Gonna,
when
like,
the
try
Sims
it.
first got released on the PlayStation 2 because I didn't own a PC, I waited outside of my game shop at like an hour before the shop opened so I could own it. So I thought I was the first person to buy the Sims in the world. True story.
Wow.
Maybe you were though.
No, I
You know,
wasn't. No.
could have been.
Games magazines.
I'm gonna say the same one Sim said. Final answer.
I played both of you because that's a made up one. It's actually called Simlish.
Fuck.
These are not my people.
No.
I was bang on.
I didn't even play the game. Question number 8. What is the highest grossing movie based on a video game? Is it Lara Croft, the new one? Is it Mortal Kombat? Is it Detective Pikachu? Or is it Doom?
I thought it was Sonic. See,
This
Detective
might not have taken Sonic
Final
into
Answer.
account. This might not have taken Sonic into account.
Okay. Might be Sonic, but
It might be now. It might be now.
Yeah. See Detective Pikachu. Final
See
answer.
Detective Pikachu.
Pikachu. Final answer.
Pikachu is right. Detective Pikachu. The Sonic one, where I got this was I didn't even think about Sonic. I probably should have thought about that and looked it up too. Question number 9. What was the first WoW expansion? World of Warcraft expansion. Was it Wrath of the Lich King? Was it Legion? Was it Cataclysm? Or was it Burning Crusade?
I would have said the Panda one.
Mists of Pandaria.
Missed the Pandar. It wasn't that one apparently. That one was cool because they had like Kung Fu pandas in it. You know?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Like that's a cool
Panda,
idea.
Whole
I
panda.
play a whole game revolving around
That'd
Kung
be
Fu
cool.
Panda. Yeah, like that'd be a great single player. You could just see like a open world adventure going on.
Pick your style, fighting style.
You're playing as Jack Black the panda. You know,
Yeah,
those
I
are
think
really
they're games.
underrated movies. You know,
I think they're actually pretty good. I think there were
yeah,
games.
that's what I'm saying. Like, are they really?
Yeah, I
Cool.
think there were.
Remember
But
when
they
like,
probably
every
were
movie
great.
used to get a game?
Yeah, every.
It used to be great. Yeah, I played the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh no! Did
Yeah.
you really?
It's fucking great, dude. It was like
So-
a 3D platformer. You, like
Of course
Hop
it was
on.
back then. Yeah.
giant chocolate balls. It was crazy.
Repeat-
I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
Want me to repeat?
I heard the question. What was the first
Want me to repeat the expansion?
WoW expansion?
Wrath of the Lich King, Legion, Cataclysm, Burning Crusade.
Legion being one word.
Legion is the name of the expansion.
So again, repeat it one more time.
Wrath of the Lich King is one. Legion, Cataclysm, Burning Crusade.
Legion. Final answer.
I'll say Burning Crusade or whatever. Final answer.
It was Burning Crusade. Yes.
Son of a bitch!
Wow.
Fucking nerd.
And the final
Just
question:
play fucking
Dude.
RuneScape.
what was the first FPS?
You want
Was
this
it Doom?
smoke?
Was it Wolfenstein 3D? Was it Quake? Or was it Duke Nukem 3D?
Wolfenstein 3D. Final answer.
Duke. Final answer.
It was Wolfenstein 3D.
Don't test my knowledge, Sims. Over there.
Well,
in
you
the
both
UK,
wouldn't have gotten
with
a
your
million
lack of
dollars,
geography.
just so you guys know.
I won though. I got 3
You
points.
had more
You're
points.
playing the point system.
You
I was
turned it into a
expecting
point.
a check in the mail, Daniel.
No,
I want it.
You
I want my money. Want my money
you didn't
soon.
get all 10 right.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. And that was the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 43. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe. Boys, you got anything you want to say?
Please comment. I will answer.
Cool. Daniel will answer. Sims, you want to say Cyberpunk ain't gonna be good one last time?
I got 2 things to say before we go. First of all,
Please.
boys and girls, Cyberpunk won't be that great. Alright? Put on a t-shirt.
Are you
And-
drunk?
Second of all, fuck the scalpers.
Fuck the scalpers. Fuck them. Right up the ass. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Like this video. Bye-bye.
Peace.
everybody.